Hi there, Laura here. Today I'm just going to do a get ready with me, and I'm going to attempt to use my Revolution, what's it called? I don't know what it's called. So the name of it is on the plastic cover, and it doesn't have a name anywhere on the palette. So if I want to know what it's called, I have to get the plastic cover. So it's called Hot Pursuit Pressed Glitter Palette. So I want to have a go with that today. And because they're all warm shades, I think I'm going to use my Main Squeeze palette as well to get some colours. Now it's going to be interesting because, as I showed you before, when you swatch it, there's nothing much comes out. I'm not sure how I'm going to get this to work. So, oh, I need to prime my eyes. So I've done my eyebrows. That's all I've done so far. And I'm using my Milani eyeshadow primer. It is pouring with rain here today, so it's very grey, so not sure. I don't think I look too bad lighting wise. It's too yellow, isn't it? Yeah, no? I think that's okay. But yeah, it's extremely grey, pouring with rain. The dog is whining for a walk, and I'm looking outside going, no chance today, sorry puppy. No walk today. I'm not going out there today. I think I'll start off in my Beauty 101 palette and just, I was going to say get a cream colour, but I haven't got any cream colour left. I want a lighter transition. I'm going to need another palette. Hang on. What about my Nudes 4, which I never use? I'm going to go in with the cream out of there. I just want a little bit of a transition up in my brow bone. It's not a very light cream, this one. It's quite a dark cream. So it's pouring with rain. You're supposed to be having sports day at school. I think it might be cancelled. I'm going to go into Frise and a fluffy brush. And I'm going to wipe off my brush because I don't want it too pigmented, and it is a very pigmented palette. I still want the Blue Moon palette. I'm waiting now because I got my Colourpop order with the red palette, and then the next day they announced the Blue Moon palette as soon as I'd ordered it, and I was like, no. And there isn't that much else on there that I want to buy at this stage, so I'm waiting till they bring out maybe the next colourful palette and see what it is and see if I want it, because then I can order them both at the same time, because I'd rather order another product and get free shipping than pay for shipping because it's just me. I'd rather have extra product than pay for shipping. Now, because I'm going to be using the glitter, I'm going to go in with Like It's Hot. So I've mentioned before that we are renovating our house at the moment. Well, parts of it. We're doing the kitchen at the moment. And we've done, we've replaced some of the roof that was leaking. Our house was built in the 1920s, and it's had bits added onto it and things, but nothing really modernised. So it's a lot of it's pretty old, and so when we did the kitchen, well, when we started doing the kitchen, it had a big fireplace in there. We took that down, and we got the electricians in, and they've said, yeah, we can do that, but the house really needs rewiring. And we have been told before that know, if you start playing with old wiring and new wiring, it can become a fire hazard. And apparently we have about 3 different generations of wiring going way back to the very first kind they used to use years ago. So we decided we need to rewire the house. So yeah, that's not going to be fun. So I think I'll go into Seat Mini and just do this outer corner a bit. Oh, that was a very smiley kind of triangle. Yeah, so I won't be buying a lot, I don't think, because we need to pay for getting the house rewired, which is a bit of a bummer. But that's what happens when you get old houses. And also, like, the quote we've got is not exact because they don't know what they're going to find when they start doing it, because it's an old house. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that it's not going to go up too much. Yeah, that looks weird. So I'm doing my eyes first today, like I normally do anyway, but definitely doing my eyes first today because I don't know how much glitter fallout I'm going to have, or even if I can get any glitter at all. But I think I will go in with the glitter right now. And I'm going to use my glitter glue. Use my e.l.f. glitter glue. I'll give you a snapshot of my very sad kitchen. Why I put my glitter glue on. So here's what my kitchen is looking like at the moment. So here is my kitchen, and here is the sad state that it is in. Big hole in the floor there. Half the wall's ripped out. Half the ceiling is ripped out as well. And it's very dark. Actually, the camera's showing it is a lot lighter than it actually is. And half the windows covered up because we had to put the fridge and the freezer and the pantry over here while we were doing this wall. So yeah, it's not in a very happy state at the moment. It is very sad and grey and cold. There's winter here at the moment, so it's not exactly an appealing space at the moment. So next week probably won't have a lot of videos to go up because we're getting the house rewired, and they think it'll take 3 days, and I'm not going to have much power in those 3 days because we're still living in the house because we haven't got anywhere else to live. And this could be interesting. Anyway, I've got my glitter glue on, and now I'm going to try and go into this Hot Pursuit palette. And I want to use this fire colour. How am I going to pick it up? I'm going to try with one of these little sponge applicators first. So I've just packed some onto my little sponge applicator. I'm going to pat it on. Look, it's going on. It all came off. I can hear something dripping, and I hope it's not something on the roof that is leaking. It's just something outside. Because that would be really annoying. So I'm just using my finger to pat that down in the hope that I can get it to smooth out and stick on there so it doesn't flake all over my face. So some of it did come off on my finger, very, very small bits. It's pretty, sparkly. That's a good Christmas read, isn't it? Alright, I'll do the other side. And now I have glitter fall out all over me. And I'll probably never be able to get rid of it. Okay. So, at least I can get it on my eyes, so that's a good thing. Whether it stays there or not is another story. Okay, I'm gonna just clean up around the edges a bit. Okay, I've got so much glitter under here, it's all sticking. I probably should have put some powder or something down. I don't know how to get it off. So I'm gonna try to make it white first. Glitter and makeup wipes don't always go together well. I'm cleaning it from around my eyes, watching it go in my eyes, thinking this better be eye safe, but it is. It says, contains 9 pressed glitter eyeshadows. For best results, apply over eyeshadow primer. So you can use it on your eyes, apparently no problem, which is good, considering that it's going everywhere. Okay, I'm going to try using some of my pressed powder in a fluffy brush. See if I can sweep some of it away. I got most of it off. It's getting in my waterline and everywhere. So I think if you are a contact lens wearer, you're not going to want to use this because it keeps going in my eyes. It keeps getting in my waterline and in my tear ducts. And I feel like I brush it away and then I just get more. So I think I'm going to be all covered in glitter all day. So I've given up trying to clean it off and I'm just going to start my foundation and see what happens. Just putting my hydrating primer, my e.l.f. one, on. And sorry, I think I'm brushing my microphone there. And Tracy, did you get your microphone to work? She bought a lav mic like mine, but then she couldn't get it to work on her iPad. But I've only ever used mine on my camera, and so I couldn't help her sort that out. Sorry, Tracy. From Tracy Lee Beauty, and she's just done a tag as well, made her own tag, which I have filmed, but I haven't posted yet, I don't think. I think I'm going to do this one before I do that one. What am I doing? I'm not very good at get ready with me's because I don't have a particular thing to talk about and then I just waffle on and don't know what I'm saying. So so I've just put, I'm just using my Maybelline Dewy and Smooth Fit Me foundation in Natural Beige. I don't know why I can't talk today. And I'm also going to use my Revlon Fast Base Stick in F3 because this is too light, as you will see. And the other one's too dark, so I'm mixing them together. So far, it's actually Thursday today, but so far we're having a pretty good week, I have to say, apart from the fact that we need the house rewired and it's raining. But everyone seems pretty well, so that's good. And 2 weeks ago we started my daughter on correspondence school through the school. So you can either do it completely at home or you can do it through the school. The thing is, that surprised me, is how many kids they have that have anxiety or have trouble going to regular classes, to the point where they were actually thinking of putting in a correspondence class because they just have so many kids. So what are we doing to our kids that they're getting so anxious? Because my youngest suffers from anxiety and she hasn't been able to get to school. Like, she starts off the year alright, and as the year goes on and assignments and things are due and that, she gets very anxious about the work. And she's really, really smart, so it's not as if she can't do the work, she just overthinks everything. And so she basically had stopped going to school. So we put her on correspondence and she stayed home last week doing the correspondence, and this week she has decided she'd like to go to school and do the correspondence, which is great. So we've made a schedule with school, and she goes to what they call the learning support room, so she's not going to a regular classroom, and takes her laptop and does the stuff at school, and then she can still socialise with her friends at lunchtime and interval, and she can still join in with school activities, but she's just not going to the regular classrooms. And she's decided she'd quite like to do, they call them modules, so she's doing English, Maths, Social Studies and Science by the correspondence, and then they change what they call modules, which is like options, the optional subjects that you choose, and she decided she would quite like to go to those, and they change them through the year, so they do a couple of modules for so many weeks and then they change them, and they're about to change, not next week, the week after. So she's decided she wants to try and go to those, which will be a really good step forward for her. So I'm feeling pretty positive. I'm not feeling positive about this glitter because it's just falling all over my face. I'm just going to be glitter confetti girl today. So I will do some powdering and hopefully then I can brush glitter away as it falls down. My dad's doing a lot of the work that he can in the kitchen for us, and I actually think it's been really good for him, which is why I agreed to let him do it, because he's helping us out, yes, but it also gives him something positive to do, because at the moment he has a pretty hard time as well with stress and things, because my mum's in the sort of last stages of Parkinson's, and she had to go into a nurse's home at the end of last year because she was no longer able to walk or anything. I didn't put any concealer under my eyes. If I do this now, it's going to be a problem, isn't it? And so he goes and spends every morning with my mum and comes home just after lunch, and he lives on the property with us, so he lives in the same space. He's got his own little granny flat, but he still lives right here. No, this is not going well. Dear. And yeah, so he comes home and it's quite stressful and tiring, I have to say, because I go and visit regularly, and it's quite emotional, because, you know, I don't think I have to explain why. But yeah, so he would come home exhausted and watch TV in his chair and, end up going to sleep and get up the next day and do the same thing again. And he wasn't particularly happy, which is perfectly understandable. And then he, because with Paul's illness, he's had to stop working, so that's another story. It's not supposed to be a depressing get ready with me. And so he came to us and said, I want to do some stuff for you around the house, because we've got an old house and we haven't been able to afford to do anything because of Paul's illness, and he hasn't been able to work, and I haven't been able to work because I have to be here for him. And so he was arranging some windows and things, and then when we got to the kitchen, he decided he wanted to do some himself, because he was trained as a carpenter many years ago, so he knows how to do building work. He's not just a handyman, he actually has built houses and stuff before. And we were saying, well, yeah, that's fine, just make sure you don't overdo it. If you need help, ask for help, or we'll, hire someone to do things if we can't do it. But I think he's really enjoying it. I mean, he's 85, so, but he's really healthy, mentally and physically, for his age, and I think he's really enjoying it. And he comes in and he talks about what he's going to do, and he seems happier. So I'm really glad. And also, it'll be special for me, because when I look at the kitchen, I can go, well, my dad helped do this, and so yeah, I'm not making my 85-year-old father do work. I think it's really good for him. It's good for his mental health. I don't know about this glitter. It's a bit of a disaster. So, because it's a bit of a disaster, why don't I just put some more on? Can I? Because I'm a sucker for punishment. So I'm just going to get my brush again and put a bit of glitter glue here, because I've already got it in my eyes, so I may as well see how we go, because I wanted to try a different colour. So I'm going to go in with the goldy colour here. Ignite, it's called. That wasn't very precisely put on. So you can pick it up with a sponge applicator, but you can only kind of pick it up in a chunk. I mean, I'm looking even more Christmassy now. what am I doing to myself? Oh dear. It's a mess. Well, a bit of sparkle on a grey rainy day. So I'm just going to be covered in glitter. Oh dear. Never mind. What else do I want to do on my face? I'm going to do under my eyes. I think I should give up on my eyes already. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with Seed Money and Big Gulp. I'm going to tight line and do my mascara. I'm just laughing at myself because I'm just a mess now. I'm going to put some highlighter on, because why not add a bit more sparkle to the sparkle. Just using my Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going into Blossom Glow down the bottom there. Just putting a little bit more blush on. Well, when I say blushes, actually I'm using that pink eyeshadow out of my eyeshadow palette, but I need some lipstick. I feel like my clothes and my jewellery doesn't go with my look at all today. I have a green shirt and I'm wearing red sparkly eyeshadow, and I've got sparkly green and blue earrings. Well, whatever. You can hear the jug boiling, it must be cup of tea time. So I'm wearing my Ulta 3 Light Candy lipstick. And that's my Chatty Get Ready with me. And got powder on my palette, which won't come off. And brushed away a little bit because it's a rough sort of glittery palette. And first impression, okay, it looks pretty, but it is going all over my face and in my eyes. Yep, I've got more in my eyes now. That's literally in my eyes. So, not that impressed. But if you want a lot of glitter all over you, yeah, that'll work. So, well, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.